the New York City public school system and having that be a role model for how to fix public schools throughout this country. But the Chancellor Joe Klein and Deputy Mayor Dennis Walcott and all of the 120,000 people that work in the Department of Education, they did the work and they deserve your round of applause. Also reciprocate a little bit. I have known Lori Tisch for more years than she would care to admit to. We don't call each other old friends, we call each other friends of long duration. She comes from a family of public servants, and her late father, her mother, her uncle and aunt, and cousins, and her two brothers are all great role models for all of us. The Tisch family really has been there from when they started, I think, at the Blue Hotel in Lakewood, New Jersey. They built an empire, but they didn't take it, they gave it back, and they continue to do that. And so, Lori, we really stand here in awe of you rather than the reverse. Thank you very much. Greg, or bartender Greg, those of you who aren't as close as I am, and Rick Stengel really done a great job of publicizing this event. Rick Stengel on the pages of Time Magazine and on the website, but I will admit, and I know you're all going to eat your hearts out, this morning before this, I was on the Today Show with Meredith Vieira and Matt Lauder. Thank you very much for publicizing this event. I didn't ever think that I would be on the Today Show, although I didn't think when I grew up the Today Show existed. Anyways, let me simply say our city is privileged to host this Service Nation Summit. It's an idea where I think it's time has really come, and where better to launch it than in New York City, because the city is the city of service. New York is the birthplace of the philosopher William James, who 102 years ago made the pioneering argument for wide-scale voluntary national service in his essay, The Moral Equivalent of War. New York is where volunteers from the corporate sector, including, I'm proud to say, the company that I founded, Bloomberg, donate countless hours to good causes, and we really are the role model for corporate America and corporate world. Lots of companies have started to understand that they have an obligation to help these societies where they do their business and make their money. New York is where City Year, the organization started 20 years ago by Alan and Aziz, is one of the true founding fathers of the Service Nation, and he's inspired thousands of young people to put their idealism to work in our city classrooms and on our city streets. And New York is where every year the Mayor's Volunteer Center links tens of thousands of New Yorkers to opportunities to serve, from volunteering in soup kitchens to tutoring youngsters after school. A lot of people always come up to me and say, well, I want to do something. How can I do it? And most of us don't have the right connections, don't know quite where to go. But if you call 311, we will be happy to connect you to a whole group of people who know where you should go and know how you can get involved and how you can make a difference. And it really has done a lot in the city to put together those who had the ability at the time to help with those who really need it. Now, service isn't just a New York idea. It is certainly an American one. And when Americans see a problem, we join hands to solve it. When disasters strike anyways, we rush to help. As you saw in the video, America, and in all fairness, people from around the world came to New York to help us. New Yorkers will never forget how much America and the world did after 9/11 for her here. I'm happy to say that I think New Yorkers also feel that they have an obligation to help others, and we, for example, had lots of people from our fire department, police department, Office of Emergency Management down in New Orleans a couple weeks ago. Fortunately, they were not needed. Galveston looks like it's going to get hammered, and you can rest assured that New Yorkers from the city workforce and from the private sector will be there, and we will send whatever equipment we can to help. The spirit of service is something that this summit really is about enlarging. And I will say, when you want to talk about